So just take a hot second to look at these instructions. They say, use the discriminant to determine the number of real solutions. I don't actually want to find them when the directions say that. I just want to see if there's 2 real solutions, or 1 real solution, or no real solutions. And of course we want to get used to seeing this creepy word and then like immediately calming ourselves down and knowing that this simply means that expression b squared minus 4ac. So I want to figure out how many real solutions this quadratic 3x squared plus 5x minus 6 has. I'm going to start off by identifying the values for a, b, and c. And feel free to pause if you know exactly where I'm going with all of this and try and do it yourself. But if you don't know, a is whatever's in front of x squared, b is whatever's in front of x, c is what's off by itself. And this, of course, assumes one side of the equation is equal to 0. My advice always is to square b in your head, minus 4ac. And I would definitely get a calculator out and just type in 25 minus 4 times a times c. I did it when I was off camera, and I got a positive 97. Now what that tells me is that this discriminant is positive, and when the discriminant is positive, the quadratic that made that discriminant has 2 real solutions. Not going to find them. Directions don't say to solve. It just says tell me how many there are. And the remaining 3 examples are going to be just more or less like this one. Letter B is pretty much the same. The value for A and B and C is my first task. Please pause the video if you're like still developing this skill. A is whatever's in front of x squared, C is what's in front of x, B is what's in front of x, and C is what's off by itself. We're going to always square B in our head, minus 4ac, and get a calculator out and type in 1 minus 4 times 2 times 4. It'll give us a negative 31, and I don't care about the value. I care about if it's positive, or if it's negative, or if it's 0. This discriminant is negative. That means there are no real solutions. Not too bad, right? Now the next example is a little bit different because one side of the equation does not equal 0. And I would just recommend everyone get in the habit of keeping their x squared term positive. I've done math for a lot of years, and I just find that it's always easier if I keep the term with the highest power positive whenever possible. So I'm going to go ahead and add 6x to both sides, and there's no like terms, so there'll be nothing to combine. And I'm going to add 9, and again, no like terms. And we'll end up working with x squared plus 6x plus 9 equals 0. It's very important that one side of the equation equals 0 before you start even trying to figure out what a, b, and c are. Because that only works when one side equals 0. Now, x squared doesn't have anything in front of it, so we can assume there's a 1 there. B is going to be 6, and the number by itself is c. That's 9. B squared minus 4 times a times c. So I squared b in my head, and I'll type in the calculator 36 minus 4 times 1 times 9, and the calculator is going to tell me 0. Don't care about the value, I care about the sign. Well, in this case, it's not positive or negative. It is 0, and that means since the discriminant is 0, this will have 1 real solution. So, example D. Pause the video. Try it by yourself. See if you can do it. Okay, thanks. So A equaled whatever was in front of x squared. B was whatever was in front of x. C was what's off by itself. Of course, one side was 0. That was the first thing I checked. I just didn't say it. I'm going to square B in my head. Minus 4 times A times C. Ooh, I forgot what that equals. I got to check on my calculator again. So I get a negative 87 when I put that in my calculator. Don't care about the value so much as the fact that the discriminant, negative 87, is negative. That means no real solutions. So you have 2 tasks for homework tonight. Let's do the next time we meet. The first thing is just the very next page. We already did We already did some of these problems. So we were on this page of notes, page 22. We already did these 6 problems for homework. They were due today. And then I'm going to ask for homework tonight. You guys do on page 24, do 7, 8, 9, and 10, where it says use the discriminant to tell me the number of real solutions. So we're not actually solving it. You're just going to tell me how many real solutions there are based on if b squared minus 4ac is positive or negative or 0. So complete that. Don't solve it. Just tell me the number of real solutions. And then I want you guys to flip past these notes. There's nothing new in these notes. We're not going to complete these notes. And I want you to go ahead and also do problems 1 through 4 on page 27. And for these, I do want you to solve. So solving is do it all the way through, give me the actual answers, and finish it off. So it's those 2 things for homework, using the discriminator for the other problems, and then solving these. Of course, you can email me. I have office hours. We're going to have a test really soon, like the Tuesday or Monday actually of next week. We're going to have our test. So in 1 week, we're having our test on all of this. So good luck.